This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Dore Copper Mining, Mr. Ernest Mast. Ernest, how are you, sir?
I am fine today, Gerardo. Thanks for asking.
Thanks for taking time to chat with me today. You know, Dore should be called Dore Highgrade Copper and Gold Mining Corp, right? If the first release is any indication, you just had some assays on March the 2nd from the Corner Bay property, and it's a pretty exciting number, 7 meters at 9.08% copper, 0.41 grams per ton gold, and 30.64 grams per ton silver. And more importantly, it extends the deposit a long strike and down plunge. I would love for you to provide some context and give us an update on what's going on there. And then let's talk about what's next, because you're far from a one-trick pony as far as the properties go, right?
That's correct. So our drilling program at Corner Bay was very successful. We're able to we should be able to increase the size of the estimated resource with the number of drill holes that we did. But most importantly, that drill hole 20-17, where we hit 7 meters at 9.08% copper, extended the deposit by over 100 meters. And also in doing so, it shows us the high-grade trend that exists in the ore body at that location. Now, that Corner Bay ore body also has other locations that we will follow up upon. However, our current or our immediate plans are to now transition to drilling at Cedar Bay, where we expect to hit decent copper intervals, but high-grade gold intervals, such as we did when we drilled the property in 2018, where we had a couple of drill holes between 15 and 20 grams gold per ton. And then upon finishing the program at Cedar Bay, we'll move on to the option Joe Mann property, where we're going to be following up on a couple of intervals that were 1 ounce per ton over 3 meters.
Excellent. And just to provide some context there, you did mention the high-grade gold mineralization that you've intersected in the patch, or that prior operators intercepted, right? And I think there was a 2.4 meter intercept of 19.5 grams per ton gold and 1.67% copper. So obviously, if you can come anywhere close to those numbers and reproduce that, that'll be exciting for the market. Let me ask you this, Ernest. You have multiple drill programs that you're looking to execute on over the next several months. What happens after that? What does it look like in the second half of this year?
So in the second half of the year, we'll have to make a decision whether we want to obtain additional funding to follow up on the very high-grade intercepts that we will get from our current program, or whether we feel we have enough and it's the right time to go ahead and do a resource update to show how the properties have grown. So we're really in a very enviable situation where we have high-grade copper and we have high-grade gold, and we're going to be growing high-grade resources at 3 different properties.
Well, you're in a sweet spot, Ernest, with gold trading currently right around the 1655 level. And I know a lot of us believe, and frankly, people a lot more plugged into the copper space than I am, believe that the second half of the year will be very, very good to copper speculators and companies, obviously, that have the type of grade that your properties have. So good timing to come out in the market. Great timing to hit these kind of numbers. I'm excited to have you back on once we get results from the other 2 drill programs. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I'd just like to mention that, with what's going on with the coronavirus, people are careful in terms of their personal hygiene. And, just a reminder that this eventually will be in the past, and markets will recover, and the companies with the strongest, highest grade assets will be the companies that will prosper the most.
Couldn't have said it better. Elbow bumps at best for the time being, correct?
Correct. Lots of that going on at PDAC.
I believe it. Let me ask you before I let you go, how was the news received at PDAC? I know it coincided with the conference. I got to believe you had some interest and some pretty good feedback there.
Yes, the press release on the high-grade intercept and the other holes we drilled came out the day before our core shack display at the PDAC. And we had lots of visitors, lots of potential investors, but more importantly, a lot of geologists, and our geologists interacted with those groups, and we really got into the nuts and bolts on the formation of the ore bodies and the different sequences of mineralization that had occurred and what we can expect in other parts of the ore body. So not only was it good for the company, it was good for the professional development of our team, and also really got the news out amongst the technical community of the high quality of our resources.
Fantastic. Ernest, thank you for your time. I am off to wash my hands. I will let you go because I know you got a drill program to tend to. So thanks again. Can't wait to have you back on.
Thank you very much, Gerardo, and all the best.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.